Hello, friends, benders and non-benders alike. Welcome to Braving the Elements, Nickelodeon's podcast about all things Avatarverse. I'm Janet Varney.
And I'm Dante Basco. And Varney, we are moving through book one at what feels like a breakneck pace.
Yeah.
I mean, these episodes are action-packed.
You know what I like about what you did just then?
What?
Feels like you found a new way to say a lot happens in this episode.
Yes.
Which is what we say about every single episode, every single time.
And that doesn't make it any less true.
No, it's
and
true.
plus, we got all this relationship drama, drama.
A lot of relationship drama. And it's multi-generational,
It's
my friend.
multi-generational.
We got it going on between our
What's
teenage
going
characters,
on?
but we also have it going on between Tenzin and one of my favorite characters of the entire Avatarverse, Lin Beifong.
Yes, who happens to also be voiced by an all-time great in real life, Mindy Sterling, who just happens to be joining us today on Braving the Elements. Mindy, welcome.
Hi,
Hello.
thank you for having me here. Woohoo! Nobody knew who I was for the longest time.
I want to talk to whoever's in charge. You're talking to her. I'm Chief Beifong.
We know who you are.
Thank
Come
you.
on.
Oh,
Yes.
Mindy Sterling, you are so iconic in the comedy world, much as you might say that you're not, but you are. And to have you cross over and be a part of this world is such a dream. You are
Who knew?
so great in this show.
I did not know. It was quite a surprise, and I was so impressed and excited to see you on the show, and then also see you today.
Well, I wish I liked you, but no, but it was one of those things too. Like I didn't know what I was getting into. I thought, oh, this is just a regular job. How fabulous! And I remember asking my son, "Hey, so they want me to do this show. It's kid thing, blah blah blah." And when I told him, what did he goes? Mom, Mom, oh my God, no, do you understand that this is bigger, this is going to be bigger than anything you've ever done. This is going to be, he just
love
knew
it.
everything. And not that he watches it or anything, he just knows all this stuff.
Yeah.
So I thought, oh, okay.
Well, I dust off
Now
Philip
it's a little
Bell,
exciting.
Impress your son.
It was very cool, yeah.
That is very cool.
Yeah.
who I remember you would bring in sometimes to records, and then I, over the years, have been shocked to see him turn into a man.
That's what they do. Right, Dante? Just
Mine's
like you.
It doesn't
brand
have to
new.
happen.
Mine's brand new, but I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
But you were part of such a
Very, very
star-studded cast.
Yeah, it's a great cast across the
Legend of
board.
Korra.
Every time somebody new came in, there were
Yeah.
people that I was like, oh my God.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh my
Same.
God, look at this.
I
Yes.
felt weird too, because it's a weird feeling when you fan out on someone, but you're a regular on
Yeah.
the show.
Right.
You feel like you should be like, would you like my microphone?
Yes.
Like, would you like to play my role? I don't know. You're amazing. Like, I love you. Let me get out of the way. And they would be like, oh, it's so great to be on your guys' show.
So
It was
many
so
amazing
surreal.
people. It was, and it was, it wasn't silly, kooky, and it had a lot of depth to it.
Yeah.
It had, so much going on, and I would go and I would ask my son, all right, who's this? And who's that person? And so he would know. I don't realize how important this type of thing is for
Yeah.
people,
Yes.
that is where their soul,
Yeah.
it hits their soul, and it's beautiful. I love it.
It's got the values on this show. I think, this happens to Dante and me too. And like when we do cons, people are like, I feel like I'm a better person
Yes.
because I watched this thing
Right.
that you got to do. And that it's helping shape people into being more empathetic and like thinking about big picture stuff. And
It's storytelling.
It's wonderful
It's
storytelling.
real. It's real people in a different, time.
Yeah.
But the things that they have to go through, the things that are difficult for them, and you're right. The people learn from this, and there are lots of people that would much rather see things like this,
right.
Yeah.
than regular television or
Yeah.
something else.
Like
yeah.
a reality program.
Right, and yeah.
Totally.
And
totally.
question for
can
both
immerse
of you guys,
yourself.
since we all kind of came from on-camera acting and jumped into this voice acting world and embraced, thank goodness, by not just the community but also other 24/7 voice acting
Right.
actors. Like, how did it feel doing scenes, with other on-camera actors but not on sets, just in the
Yeah,
booth.
how much how much voiceover had you done before Korra, before doing Lin Beifong? Had you done
Not much.
Yeah.
I mean, that
Same.
was the biggest thing that I had done.
Yeah. Right.
And not much. I did, little, a lot more animation and yo, hi. and,
Yeah. But these
things.
are, like you said, these are straight scenes. You're doing scenes with like JK, and you guys are just doing these scenes in the booth. Like, what was that like? How did that feel?
Unbelievable. It's watching them too, because wherever they, you don't know where they're going to be sitting if you're not talking.
Right.
There's that thing. I just want to watch him,
Always a pleasure, Lynn.
or I want to watch her, or it really was an incredible. Interesting delight that I got to do that and to hear the fans go nuts about this and continue. Because how long ago was that we did it?
Well, over a decade. I
Yeah.
mean, it ended
It was
a
a while
little
ago.
over a decade ago.
Yeah.
So we
And this was
started
the first
it way
season.
before. This is the first season. So yeah,
Right.
it's been a minute.
Yeah.
It's been a minute.
I can tell you when Lin Beifong came on the screen, and me coming from the original series and seeing that was Toph's daughter, I was blown away. I was excited.
yeah.
I was like, what? It was
Yeah.
crazy.
See, and I didn't know anything, so I didn't know.
Yeah.
Oh, this is from another show, and I went, all right,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
And so I had to get that education. Okay,
Yeah.
Right.
so this is what is happening, and
Yeah.
you are baba daba,
Right.
and and it is. It's kind of I don't know. I've never been a part of anything like that.
But
Yeah.
it totally works for the character because Lin is also very unimpressed with her mother, who's one of the greatest of all time.
Wait, Beifong? Lin Beifong? You're Toph's daughter.
What of it?
And that's true. I mean, you kind of hear, that's something that people experience in real life too. It's like if your dad is your dad, your mom is your mom, your cousin's your cousin, like it just doesn't sit the
how
same
special they
when
are.
you grow up with someone as it does for everyone else on the
Right.
outside. And I'm sure that can get tiring. It can get tiring being like, yes, that was my mother. Yes, I'm doing something similar that she was doing, but I'm also my own person. And
that's
you know,
life.
lay
That's
off.
how. It's I'm not her. This is who I am, and we're different, and
Yes.
blah blah blah. And at first I thought, oh wow, she is a badass.
She's very
and
tough.
She's a
very
tough
tough.
one.
And I hope she has a soft spot somewhere. And like anything, you find what is something that gets one of the characters, or we have to see another side of her. Maybe not everybody else does.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
everybody has more than just one thing.
100%. And I think you're playing the kind of character. It's funny too because J.K. Simmons often plays those kinds of characters, and Tenzin isn't really like that. Tenzin is very soft in many ways compared to some of the stuff that we know J.K. can do. And J.K. is also really good at infusing that snarky guy, or infusing that very stern, kind of cold person with some heart underneath. And then here you are doing scenes with him, but you're kind of doing that character. You're doing this character that's like, she still has vulnerability underneath.
I'll try to be less abrasive than usual.
I would appreciate that.
And you still care about her. And so when that starts to come more to the surface, it feels like such a gift for all of us as fans and as people watching the show to see.
There's such a reality
it feels
to
like
it.
a payoff.
Yeah.
It feels like it means more in a way than the person who just has their heart on their sleeve the whole time.
Oh my God, yeah, because
You know?
that would be just one dimensional. So
Yeah.
that doesn't bring an audience in, no matter what you do, if you don't see other sides to them. Because we all have bad days, we all are trying to
Absolutely.
learn. So
We all have
yeah.
a past. We all have a
all
past.
have a
past,
And we
yes.
find out some of that past of Lin Beifong in this episode.
Yeah, well, I mean, listen, we said it. There was some romance with Lin Beifong and Tenzin,
Which blew my
actually,
mind.
I will say,
I was like, exes.
I know,
Exes.
I know.
Close
Which is also
proximity
another
with
thing where, like,
exes.
it's also another thing where generationally, younger kids like don't think of their parents or their authority figures as also being like romantic people or people who.
Well, it's creepy.
It's creepy, and so to have the teenagers realize, like, oh no, these two like massive authority figures in our lives have like a complicated past, and like one maybe have hurt the other, or they hurt each other, but they still like each other. That's so
Well,
like
Tenzin's
teenagers are like,
wife-
ew,
Yes.
no, what, whoa, what?
Tenzin's wife, a few episodes earlier, is giving Korra advice.
Yeah.
And she's like, I don't know how much she put it. I I got Tenzin away from another woman.
Right.
And so you might have to proclaim your love to Mako.
Yeah.
And then you find out, oh, that other woman was Lin Beifong?
I know.
What? I was like, oh my.
Yeah.
That was crazy. I mean, Republic City's not that big. It's a small town.
I think it might be pretty big.
It's a small town.
I think it might be pretty big.
It's like walking around New York City.
Get you what you can
Not
get.
that
Small.
big. You can run to an exit anytime. Any shop, any coffee shop, anytime.
Well, let's use that to kind of jettison us into some of the questions that we always ask our guests.
Who do you ship?
Baby, you're my forever girl.
Is there a relationship, whether it is fulfilled in the show or doesn't work out? Is there a relationship that you particularly like? Do you like the Lin and Tenzin backstory?
Yes. I love surprises. I
Yeah.
love when you go, oh my God, I can't believe that there's something that was there, and what was that like? And that would have been fun to peek and just behind the curtains to see what happened. And I find that everybody has a love.
Yeah.
Everybody has something or a secret. And so, it was, everybody had to watch their guard.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
The
really,
it was
guard.
like you would never see
know.
her just, oh, I'm sorry, I'm drinking.
I know.
It's the worst. It's the worst when you have your person you had this whole love affair with, and then you break up, your ex, you run into each other, and then you never get to see that person again. The mask comes up, and then we just see each other's masks. We don't ever get to see
And you
that other
see
person
Tenzin
anymore.
try to pull that mask away.
Yeah, but Lynn's like giving that.
You know what I
mask
mean?
back.
He is. He's like, but you and me, but then
Can't
we
do it. Yeah.
foreshadow report. Maybe we do see a little
Maybe
bit.
okay.
Maybe we
All right.
see.
We'll see.
As the stakes become higher and it becomes about more than just Tenzin and Lin Beifong's relationship, then it becomes like, for the good of everything, maybe I let this mask down a little bit because it's about more
peek.
than just
Just
that.
a
Just a
peek.
little.
What was
just a
that ship called? What was the Tenzin Lin ship called?
There was a ship.
Yeah, so
Well,
there's gotta
that's
be a name.
the short for relationship.
There's gotta be a.
I can't remember.
I'm sure the fans out there are gonna let us know.
I'm so sorry, you guys. I did not.
Linzin?
Linzin?
Maybe.
That's. I mean, it's
You're
Lin is a
making
short-
that up.
No, they do.
Really?
Every relationship, they put the names together and then
They
they
make-
they
yeah.
create a
Interesting.
ship name.
So if we were together, it would be like Jonte
Jonte
or like Danet.
damn it.
Neither one of them
It
is
just
great.
makes me laugh.
That's why
Danet.
it's because you're with Alice.
Janet.
Because Dallas.
Dallas, we are
That's
Dallas.
your ship.
Alice.
He's married to someone named Alice. So Dante and Alice is Dallas.
It's on my license
Yeah,
plate.
and it's on his and it's on his license
love
plate.
it.
But
That's
don't go looking for that car.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I
no,
mean?
don't
Don't
look for that
around
car.
Los
Now
Angeles
look
looking
at
for
that
that
to
car.
yourself.
You're
There's
gonna be
other
looking.
things on that license
Republic
plate.
City is maybe smaller than Los Angeles.
Exactly.
The Los Angeles Valley is very large, so don't bother. Okay, so we know that we all definitely love Tenzin and Lin together. What else do we like to ask, Dante?
Also, what is your favorite hybrid animal in the Avatar verse? Animal Crossing.
Hybrid animals.
Do you remember any animals that got combined?
The only one that I remember is hers.
Yes.
So it was a dog.
Polar bear dog.
Polar
Polar
bear.
bear
I
dog.
mean, it was
Naga.
just gorgeous.
Naga. Shout out to
And
Naga.
took you wherever you wanted to go. And it was like very magical.
Yes.
And because I don't remember any of the others, but that every time I loved watching you, and she was like your right hand man,
Yeah,
or
she
right
was her
hand
best
girl.
friend. Yeah.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
I love that. I love that about them.
Yeah, it's very sweet. Okay, well, I cannot disagree. I love my Naga. Love my Naga. Final question.
What kind of bender would you be?
I don't know if I want that kind of power.
If you were a bender, would you be a firebender, an airbender, an earthbender, a waterbender? Is there what do you call to? I say, looking at the person wearing a beautiful green outfit.
I know.
I want you to know these are pajamas.
I love a pajama top.
It's just, but I thought, I
love
think I
a
can get
pajama
away with wearing it as a
It's
top.
it's fantastic.
I did not sleep in these and then go, you know what, I'm not going to change. That was not my point. No, let's see. Okay, so air is
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, and then fire scares me, freaks me out.
Passionate.
Especially when it
he's
just
gonna
happened.
try to sell you
that's
on
right.
it because his character is a firebender.
Passionate.
Okay, so it's
Could be
passionate,
scary.
but it's also gonna it hurts.
I can't.
Possible.
I'm not gonna argue with that.
Especially when we've just had these.
I know.
and I'm thinking, I know already. And then what's the other one?
Water.
Water.
Water, I feel like drowning. No.
Okay,
And what's the other one?
Earth.
Earth.
So what would Earth?
So Earth is, well, you can, not only can you move literal mountains, and you can like, you can, what we see Lin, for example, do, who coincidentally happens to be an earthbender, a metal bender, which is what she got from her mom, who invented metal bending. She's pulling the elements, the pieces of the earth that compose elements and metals, and realizes, oh, I can manipulate those. And so that's something. And so the whole police academy, or I'm sorry, the whole police force, they are metal benders. So that's a type of earth bending. So and earth bending is very
some pretty good
fun
humor,
and
some pretty good humored earthbenders.
Some very
Toph,
funny. Bolin is great.
Oh, Bolin.
Yeah.
Who did not love Bolin?
We love Bolin.
We all love Bolin.
What I'm hearing from you is you may well be an earthbender.
I think so.
Yeah,
I think
agree.
so. I think so. Yeah, it's not as, it sounds more fun.
And you're dressed like an earthbender today also.
Yeah. It's
So
good. It
I
worked
see
out.
it too, 100%.
It happened to have worked out.
Yeah.
Now, this next part, we do this thing called Quip or Cabbage.
Quip or cabbage? Sorry, cabbage. Quip or cabbage means we have pulled 2 real lines that Lin Beifong says in the show.
Oh.
You said, as
and
Lin Beifong.
one that she did not say. And
I hope
we're
it's
going to
really,
see
I
if
hope
you
it's
can
really
tell
like,
obvious.
yeah,
So
real
I'm
obvious.
You're going to tell, yeah, you do it. You do it.
I'm going to
You're
say
gonna
the lines.
Listen till you hear all 3.
And then you tell
and
me
then you
which
can
one
guess
you did not
if
say.
one of
Will
them
you do it
sounds-
as me?
I'm going to try.
Ooh, I'm excited
I
about
don't
this.
know. You're-
This is a good request.
I don't
Thank you,
know if
Mindy.
I can do it as you. No, 1. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I agree with the Avatar.
Mindy, was that you who said that? I can't tell. Was that you or Dante?
I
That
don't
was
know.
so not me.
Okay. No. Okay, I'm getting the voice back in. Number 2. My nickname at the police academy was Miss Giggles. Number 3. Just because the city's throwing you this big to-do, don't think you're something special.
I think it's 2.
It is
It
too.
is. There you go.
Your
Miss
nickname was
Giggles.
not
She's
Miss
not a giggle
Giggles.
girl.
She's not-
She wouldn't
Giggles.
have said that.
She's a
Not
tough one.
her
She's
name.
a toughie.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I agree with the Avatar. Just because the city's throwing you this big to-do, don't think you're something special.
I think she's funny when she is, she'll say something and won't even realize
very,
that she's
she's
funny.
very dry.
Do you know what I mean? She'll
very
say
dry.
something and somebody will laugh and
Yeah.
she's it's like, whatever.
Yeah, I can't be bothered with whether I'm funny
Yes.
or not. I have more important
Yeah,
things to do.
exactly.
That's why I was
exactly.
so
Satisfying.
impressed and was so blown away when I found out you were Lin Beifong.
Yeah.
It was wild. Because I first met you at Sketchfest
Yeah.
on stage, and I was so nervous because it was you and some other comedians, and I was like, what am I doing on this stage, Janet? I'm going to drown. But you guys were so nice to me. And
I don't remember you there.
we did something. Well, you looked at me. I said, I don't know what I'm doing. And you said, don't worry, I don't either. Let's go.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, if it's improv, yeah. Yeah, sort of that kind of thing. It's and it's really interesting. What I love is when people come up to me and go, "Can you do her voice?" And I went,
Welcome to
it's
our
kind
world.
Of,
And you
it's
go,
kind of-
hello, how
it's
are you
kind
doing?
of what
They
I
wanted everyone to use their natural voices, basically.
and so so it's just because I'll be talking and then all right, I'll just be a little quieter.
There it is.
Yeah.
That's it. Simple as that.
But I love that everybody was their own.
It's great.
Person. That to me was really exceptional.
They're like, you sound like Zuko. I'm like, he sounds like me. I was here first. What are you talking about?
Hello, Zuko here.
I love that. That's your response. My response is, I agree with you. I don't know why I sound like Korra. I wish I didn't. It's her voice. I shouldn't be taking advantage of it. I shouldn't be abusing it like I am. This is very bad. I apologize.
Did you have any incline, or did you want to do this? Like did you audition for it?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Okay.
yeah. Gosh,
So
yeah.
me too. So and were you really involved in it when you read it?
Well, I think when we had Mike and Brian on recently, we were trying to remember because I think they were a little secret about what the thing was when we did our first round of auditions.
Right.
And I think they were just casting the teens first. I think
right.
they went through that whole process and then they cast around that. So I think for us, it was we didn't know what it was.
Right.
Until very late in the game, which was good for me because I did know about the first series. I had seen the first
Okay.
series and definitely was like, would have gotten in my own way a lot worse.
Yes.
If I had been intimidated and still managed to, freak out. But like somehow I had gotten far enough in that it was like, okay, I can't.
And then when they said, okay,
yeah.
yes,
and then I was like, oh boy.
Yeah.
Well, but I still didn't because unless you are more plugged into like the online community at the time or doing things like conventions, which back then was not as ubiquitous as it is now. It was more like San Diego Comic-Con, New York Comic-Con. There were only a handful that you would go to if you were a voice actor. I still didn't know. And Sarah Noonan, who was like the head of casting at Nickelodeon at the time, she had been part of the audition process, and so I had gotten to know her a little bit. And I had done one other Nickelodeon pilot. I think that was it. I might have done a guest star or something. I had a relationship
were you
with her.
also your same voice? For that?
Oh yeah.
You're always.
Yeah. It was more like Lin actually, because it was a very very sarcastic unicorn. Don't ask. Did not go forward. But unicorn. But she pulled me aside, and like put her hands on my shoulders and looked into my eyes and said, "Are you ready for your life to change?" And I was like, but also we're so conditioned to not.
Yeah, it's like,
really?
okay, whatever. Anything can
For real?
happen.
I've heard that before.
What does that mean to me? Maybe not be the same thing it means it to you.
I could buy lunch tomorrow. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly. And then we went to San Diego Comic-Con, and we were in a Hall H, which is like thousands of people. And then I wrote her an email afterwards. I was like, okay, you win.
Yeah.
You were right.
Yeah.
I got to give it up to you.
Today's episode is sponsored by ProBendCon, the pro-bending fan convention for fans by fans. Bring your fandom A-game for our panels, workshops, cosplay contests, and more. Revisit classic matches and debate ref decisions. Pose with an original replica of Tahno's helmet. Learn how to recap just like Shiro Shinobi. Share your Flameo hot takes. We won't wolf bat an eyelash. Come see what all the buzzard wasp is about at ProBendCon 5.
So before we get into this episode, we like to have our guests do, and I realize we're springing this on you, so don't hate us. Shiro Shinobi is the sportscaster who's
commentator.
He's a commentator, and he provides the recaps previously on that sort of thing. So we've written our own recap for the last episode, The Spirit of Competition, which has led us to the episode we're talking about with you. Are you up for trying to read in the style of Shinobi the sportscaster?
Yes,
I
will read a little bit of it until you guys say to me,
no,
stop.
You go. And if you need me to tap in,
I'm a horrible reader, and I will pronounce everything wrong.
Cannot wait.
But I will definitely.
We love you. This is the spirit of an improviser.
Go for it.
This is the spirit of an improviser.
Remember,
right here.
don't laugh at me, laugh
with you.
Rabaroos, buzzard, wasps, and wolf, cats, bats. See, I can't see very well. Oh my! It's the pro-bending cinephilim, and the fire ferrets are hardly in top form as emotions are not or hot. This is what my problem is.
It's kind of small. You guys can't see it, but it's kind of small print.
With more tangles and knots than a bowl of seaweed noodles, the feeling of Avatar Korra, Mako, and Bolin are battered and bruised across the proverbial ring. Almost everything, evenly, enough to make an. All right, I can't do this.
I got it.
You finish it off.
Almost evenly enough to make an equalist proud. Can they pull off this chaos and come together to win?
What have I been waiting? Why haven't I asked you to do it until just now?
No.
You're killing it.
You have to do it. You have to be the one now.
Oh, you definitely. You're gonna.
No.
You're,
Shout out to Jeff Bennett. Shout out to Jeff Bennett.
Oh.
Find something else for your guest.
Oh, that was
so
satisfying.
Embarrassing.
You
no.
rocked it.
You
it was
rocked
all
it.
there. The DNA was there. I wrote a jumble of words on purpose.
Oh, you wrote this?
I wrote that.
So you did. This was not like it was something that was done.
No,
you
that
just
was Janet.
I'm gonna mess with Mindy.
I'm crying. Yes, I wrote it to mess with you. I am a total jerk. A total jerk.
Oh,
all
that's
right.
funny. That's even funnier.
All right. Let's talk about today's episode. And the winner is
Yes.
It was written by Mike and Brian, directed by Joaquin and Ryu. And this is we get a threat from everyone's favorite equalist.
Yeah.
We have Amon saying, like, you have to shut down the pro bending finals. And the Fire Ferrets are like, really? Like, and Korra's like, really?
As the Avatar and a pro bending player, I have a right to be heard. You can't cancel the finals.
And then we have allies on the police force, for example,
Right.
Lin Beifong, who say, no, we're going to make sure these pro bending finals can move forward
Yes.
despite Amon.
Right.
The question that everyone should be asking themselves is that actually what Amon
I have a
wanted
lot of
this whole
questions.
time?
I have a lot of questions.
What
Go.
is his game?
Go.
First
What is his
question
game?
is, why does this man have so much power?
Yeah, he's like
Here,
a thug.
making all kinds of demands on the people.
Yeah,
So it's very odd.
he's breaking into the radio onto the radio waves.
Yeah.
Like
Who's
we
playing that?
interrupt this. So that's Steve Bloom.
Oh, he's good.
He's so
Very
good. And then his henchman, his lieutenant, is Lance Henriksen.
Yes,
who is
another
also,
one. Oh, good.
His voice.
Yeah.
And he's like the nicest, warmest. He's a potter. He makes pots
He's
every
a
day.
potter?
He's a potter, a ceramicist. And he plays Bishop in Aliens, which is one of my all-time favorite movies.
yeah.
Mhm.
Oh,
He's so brilliant.
He's good. He's good.
He's amazing.
His voice is so creepy.
Yeah.
Like he's so
He's very-
wonderful.
yeah,
That's the
he's
same
so-
with Steve. They're the nicest people.
Yeah.
But you hear that voice
Yeah.
and it actually sends shivers up my spine.
it's true.
I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
It's so like down. It's sort of a whisper.
yeah.
It's like
I have a plan, and I'm saving you for last.
the power of not having to be loud. I don't understand that. I only
Me
feel
too.
like I can be
Yeah.
loud.
Me too.
No talking or talking.
At full volume.
We're talking now.
Yeah.
So we have
Okay.
the
So he has a lot of
championships.
power, but he's not associated with anything official. He's
Yeah.
he's this rogue guy who's like, I'm gonna clean up everything that's going wrong.
I don't care for it. It makes me feel icky.
Okay, it makes you feel icky. Not to be
Icky.
confused with Iki,
Not
a
icky,
very
but
cute
icky.
character in the show. Mike and Brian, you did that to yourselves on that one.
Yeah.
Iki. Yeah.
And then we're going into the championships that
Right.
the Firefighters have worked so hard to get to. Almost didn't make it.
Yeah.
Which I predicted last week that they're going to win.
You predicted that they were going to compete in this game and that they were going to win. He makes a prediction about each episode before he watches
Before
it.
you really watch it.
Yeah.
So you haven't watched it.
No.
He has now watched it.
Now I watched it and I see what I got right and wrong.
Oh, right.
So we're
okay.
gonna
There's
so
some
we
things I
usually
didn't
talk
get right
about
in this
that.
episode.
There's some stuff you didn't get. I thought your predictions were really good, if memory serves. I remember saying like those are good predictions.
Yeah.
That one,
That one, not so much.
not so much.
I thought
Might
they
be for
would
the
win.
best because of
Spoiler
what
alert.
happens. Yeah, let's watch it because I would
Okay.
love to see. Lin Beifong really knows how to make an entrance in this scene where she comes in to support Korra and says like, let's make the match happen instead of shutting it down like Amon says we need to. Let's watch that for a second.
The reality is, if you close the arena, you let Amon win.
Yes, exactly what she said. Yes.
I'm sorry.
Nice to have a yes man.
Our decision has been made. This meeting is adjourned.
Look at that.
What's up, Lynn?
I can't
Breaks
believe I'm
the
saying
gavel.
this, but I agree with the Avatar.
You do.
Yeah, you do?
I expected this
Poor-
kind of cut-and-run response from Tenzin. But the rest of you? Come on.
Down,
Show a
shade
little more
of Tenzin.
backbone. It's time
Yeah.
that the benders of this city displayed some strength and unity against these equalists.
We must prevent the conflict between benders and non-benders from escalating into all-out war. The Council is not changing its position, Lin.
Now,
at that
just
sly
a
dog.
moment, Tenzin. Let us hear what our esteemed chief of police has in mind.
If you keep the arena open, my metalbenders and I will provide extra security during the championship match. There's no better force to deal with the chi blockers. Our armor
Bendy,
is
you're so good.
impervious to their attacks.
How did I do
Are you
this?
saying that you will personally take responsibility for the safety of the
this
spectators
guy.
in the arena?
I guarantee it.
It is hard to argue with Chief Beifong's track record. If she is
so
confident
sexy,
her
though.
elite officers can protect
It's always
I know,
those
I know,
ones that
I
are
know.
just
I
slimy.
disagree.
I am changing my vote. Who else is with me?
Of course,
That's
the
the-
extras
the
are
me-
with you. The extras
the
are
media
always with
people
you.
we don't
Good
hear
luck in
from
the
as much.
finals.
What?
Wow.
I mean,
What an entrance.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So strong.
so powerful.
I mean, really, it was like, for me, it was like, are you sure that was me?
That's how I
Isn't
feel.
it wild when you
In
look?
so many of the parts, I'm like,
first of all, it's like, how did you get all that dialogue out, Mindy? Because I certainly don't do it now. And it really, wow, that just blew me away.
It's great.
And
that's what I love about voiceover
Yeah.
too. Is like it feels like you can be a fan of something and not be sucked into like, oh, that's right. I remember my eyebrows were like very unruly that day. Like staring at yourself on screen is such a different experience than like, oh, that's a whole different person. I can enjoy this.
And how it worked and how much power that
Strong.
has.
Oh
yeah.
And it reminded me of that entrance that felt that Dietrich vibe. How they
Marlena Dietrich. Your character was inspired. They were inspired by Marlena Dietrich.
Yeah.
Really?
For her style and her, her
because it's to that
toughness
era, and then one of the girls was Rita Hayworth, Asami, and then you were Marlena Dietrich.
Those are like the two examples.
And it came in, I was like, the strength of that. I was like, wow.
It's so great.
Cool.
Wait, so your son isn't like, you command that power as a mother.
Well, I don't know if I think it's a lot more screaming, but I don't think he ever watched them though. I think he's heard about it, but he does not watch me. I mean, why should he? He sees everything I do, in one day.
I hear you.
But that's really cool.
It's so good.
Also, you saw that she threw that little shade at Tenzin.
Yeah.
The X out of nowhere. Just
she knows how.
No one's asking you about Tenzin. She's like, and I don't like the way he's doing it. I'm like,
no,
whoa!
She essentially manages to insult everyone in the room.
Yeah.
Even as she's agreeing, she's like, number one, I can't believe I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah.
Number two, you are all cowards.
Yeah.
And incompetent.
My ex is doing it wrong as he usually does it.
Exactly.
Whatever.
Exactly. She shames everyone in the room very smoothly.
She comes in hot.
Very smoothly.
Which is not unlike her mom, Toph.
Yeah.
Has very remnants of like, you know.
Toph is
rough around the edges, rough around the edges.
Your mother's character has good little like nicknames for people.
Madam Fussy Britches, Twinkle Toes, Sugar Queen.
Just can be very cutting and very sarcastic.
Brazen
so
sometimes.
you can see it.
There's got to be a little bit of that, but it's nice that a woman is doing it, and that's very cool.
A lot of very powerful female characters in the Avatarverse, which we love. Okay, so the whole thing is going forward. That means that we are going to be seeing once again a character that we met in the last episode, Tahno, who got his little swirl. He looks a little bit like Prince, and I don't mean. And
he does.
I love Prince.
I love Prince.
I forgot to ask Mike and Brian if there was any influence there.
Oh, interesting.
He kind of looks like
a
Prince,
little annoying,
but
though.
I don't care for the character of Tahno.
He's
Nor are we
also
supposed to.
Voiced by
Rami Malek, Oscar
Malek.
winner
Oh
Rami Malek.
my God! Yes.
Did
Wow.
Did
he
an
was on the
amazing
show.
job. I remember Rami being so good because Rami, again, super sweet and super nice and was so happy to be there and was lovely. I remember we hung out at the finale for this. There was an after party at Cat and the Fiddle, and we hung out together. This was before Mr. Robot and stuff. And he was so happy to be there. He was so good at this character. I had to like overcome wanting to dislike him.
Yeah.
You know when someone's so good at a character that you're like,
yes.
I reluctantly acknowledge that you're actually really cool.
Oh,
I think.
that scares me.
Also, when they came out as the wolf bats.
Yeah.
Not
with their cloaks.
Not
so, like-
aesthetically pleasing to me. It reminds me. I don't think we talked about this first time.
We've talked about it.
About the man-sized bats.
He's
in
Filipino,
the Philippines.
And there's bats the size of a small man.
That have like fox heads or like a wolf head.
Giant bats.
They're like the size of
a small Filipino
man. And they could pick up people and things. They're scary.
My God.
And I saw the wolf bat. I was like,
I knew you.
I
thought that when I watched this episode. I was like, Dante's gonna have nightmares about the wolf.
Oh my God, it's the wolf bats. It's horrible.
Yeah.
That's a horrible
Yeah.
animal to hybrid. But they do exist in real life.
Yeah. Absolutely. Okay, so this game is happening. It becomes clear very quickly to us through the commentary of people like Tenzin and other people watching the game that this game has been rigged. Like the wolf bats continue to do things that are not allowed. No one's saying anything. The refs are okay with it.
Over and over again.
Yeah. But and then Korra has kind of a nice move. But yeah, we don't really know exactly how or why, like who's getting bribed. Like it must be the refs. But the game is still allowed to continue with those moves being made, which seems crazy to me. But I do want to give a quick shout out to the super fans. You see them very briefly. If you have the art book, you can see them in all their glory. But each team has a few super fans.
Yes.
That even one is cosplaying Korra.
Yes, one's cosplaying
There's a
Korra.
character
I saw that.
who's cosplaying
so
Korra.
that you can see that?
Yeah,
It's
in
so
the stand.
cute.
Yeah, I saw that.
They got their fans. And then the wolf bats have their fans. And their fans kind of look a little bit like May from the first series.
Oh,
They're
look.
kind of goth.
There it goes. There's your wolf.
There you go. There's your Korra cosplayer. And then the ones on the other side are all very like
Gothy.
Yeah, they're just like pretty girls.
They're the
with
cool
dark
kids.
Lipstick.
They're the cool kids.
It's just a great little touch.
That's so
It's a
cute.
great little touch.
Yeah.
I love that they thought to do that because again, it happens so quickly and there's so much going on this episode. It's a blink and you might miss it kind of situation.
But see, right now we
shout
are
out to
like
them 'cause they're
taking it
great.
all in. Yeah.
Oh, they're so great. So yeah, so they've just been totally cheating, but it's their cheating that takes them to the point at which it would seem that they won.
They did win.
Because all of our fire ferrets, all of our buddies, are in the drink.
How'd you feel about that? How'd you feel about that, Korra?
I
feel
didn't
like
care
you
for
guys
it.
kind of won.
But she did have a great move. Let's
She did great.
Let's look at the. Let's just indulge me.
The fire ferrets win the coin toss. Which element do you choose?
I'm taking this one.
She's over it.
Let's go. You and me, pretty
That
boy.
smug
Thought you'd
smirk.
never ask.
Yeah, she calls him pretty boy. It's so good. Okay.
That looks so
Face
real.
off.
So
I
good.
know.
Yeah.
Come on, little girl.
Look at that.
Give me your best shot.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh, that sounds gross.
I love that they did.
This is great that they reversed it and they came.
Yes.
Shot, Korra.
That's a good feint.
That was
Zing a
great.
thing over there, so they're thinking about that and then hit him.
fire ferrets.
Who was that?
That's Tom Kenny.
That's
Okay,
Tom
yeah.
Kenny.
That's Tom Kenny.
Nice one. That's the stuff. You are my hero. Ah! We might actually win this
Amazing.
thing.
They're getting along, even though there's been some, love
Drama.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's so fun.
It's so good. It's so good. I love her. That's also one of the things I love so much about this episode is that you really see both Korra and Lin begrudgingly accepting the things they have in common and realizing they have a common goal and realizing that they both have good hearts.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's actually pretty simple with them. Like when you really boil it down, with all the other stuff aside, they both want the same thing and they both are very straightforward about it.
Right.
Like
Oh,
they
yeah.
just want
Yeah.
justice and they just want the right to
This is when I
prevail.
started liking you. I didn't really like you when I first met you.
Oh, thank you.
I mean,
And
I'm
he's
just being
talking about
honest.
you,
no,
Mindy, not the
Lin,
character.
Oh no, I know what he's talking about.
when you're first on the screen, I was like, I'm not really into Lin Beifong.
Yeah.
She's like
mean.
mean.
Well, that's also it's a woman, and so you
I
don't
know.
really
Strong
want
woman.
Yeah, strong. But then she, yeah.
But then you're like, hold up, I mess with Lin. Lin's cool.
Oh, I love
cool.
that Lin Beifong. Okay, so that at least Korra gets that. However, they do lose ultimately.
I mean, whatever. Yes, they
Amon
do.
zings in. Turns out what he wanted all along was for the championship to still take place. He was baiting us. He was poking at us. He was going for what we knew we would do, which is exactly what happened, which is Korra and Lin being like, we're not going to let some guy tell us that we can't do our thing. So we're going to go forward with it. And then it turned out that's what he wanted, which is so
oh, he set it up. He set us up.
I cannot stand when it turns out
He's
you've been
outsmarting
playing
everybody.
into someone's hands.
Yeah.
It's so
He's
annoying.
been outsmarting everybody.
I
hate him.
It makes me so mad. Look at
hate-
You know, you
yeah.
can't say.
Hate-
You know what? You
hate
can't. What I
Amon.
can't say. This is what I normally would go. It's just a commercial, or it's just.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Or
Yeah,
it's,
you're like, it doesn't
it's just a little show, but it's like it really
It
can get
grabs
to you. Yeah.
It really grabs you.
It's annoying.
Let's see. It's annoying. Let's watch. I think we see Lin's reaction that in the way that we just described, which is like that feeling of. Well, let's look at it. Awesome.
Ooh, look at that move.
Very
Oh,
limber.
it's so
Very
cool.
limber.
They're getting away. She's trying to stop them. She's getting up there. It's an amazing shot. It feels very real to me. This is a good fight. She's pretty evenly matched by this dude.
I know, this guy's pretty good.
Or girl, I don't know.
Slow,
Could be-
slow motion. Oh.
Oh, it's a guy. Okay, fine. Is that the lieutenant? I love the like cartwheel of fire almost.
No!
Okay, and Lynn's she's got the option. She could
Ooh.
She could go up or she could save Korra, and she just saves Korra. Look at her, she's saving Korra. I love that she uses Amon's banner to like help, because that's like such an insult. It's like a real Spidey kind of a movie.
Yeah.
Spider-Man using
Spider-Man
his webs.
situation.
Yes.
You all right?
I'm fine.
Thanks to you.
Don't mention it, kid.
I'm getting choked up.
Oh my God, that was so good. Wow.
She knows she could have had them, but she's like, I gotta save the Avatar.
That is pretty cool. I mean, that's
a great
for
moment.
someone that doesn't watch these things.
It's so good. I'm watching it the first time right now, and I'm very, it's a lot to take in, but it's beautiful. It's crazy.
I know.
The story's amazing.
It's really beautiful.
It's action-packed.
Beautifully done.
It is action-packed. It really is. Do you want to tell, so let's revisit all of your predictions. I do remember you saying that you thought the Fire Ferrets would win. They didn't.
All right, so the winner is, my
there was
predictions,
cheating.
number 1, the Fire Ferrets win the tournament.
Should have won.
Would have
won.
Probably.
It was crooked. Should have won.
So that was a no. Number 2, Asami is going to find out about the kiss and gets upset.
There's in our love triangle from
what's her name?
last
Yes.
episode.
Yes,
So
I remember her.
That's off the table. There's too much happening.
There's too much happening.
Nobody's talking about anything behind the
I
scenes.
still
in this
feel
one.
bad about Asami getting kissed on behind her back.
I don't disagree. I don't disagree.
Number 3, Tahno is going to get embarrassed somehow.
Okay, so that's what I remember.
Whoa.
When you said he was going to get embarrassed somehow, I was like, how about embarrassed by losing your bending? Amon takes away his bending.
That is heavy.
I'll give you everything, just please don't take my bending.
I mean, I don't like Tahno, but that's
a lot.
it was tough.
So
And
that is the king of all embarrassments.
And
is
when
having your powers
the
taken away.
wild thing, well, he deserved some stuff because he was not using his bending for
Did he
positive
deserve
things.
that?
He didn't deserve that. But also when Amon was talking on this is the weird nuanced thing of this show. Some of the stuff he's saying is hot take.
Blame you, Hotman!
Hot take.
Oh, you feel that? Hot take.
Some of the stuff I'm not an equalist apologizer or
I know.
condoner, but some of the things Amon was saying and taking away that guy's thing, his bending.
Okay, so what was he saying? Was he saying this is corrupt? Was he pointing,
he's saying
he
it's
was pointing
like
out
it's
that it was
corrupt. These benders are doing things that are like, look at this guy cheating. Look at all these people.
You don't have to be a bender to cheat. I just
know,
want to point
but I'm
that
just
out.
saying there's
you know
things
what I mean?
he's saying as just a citizen of Republic City. You're like, you got a point.
I know.
Right?
I know.
There's some things he's saying. You're like,
Complicated.
I don't really like you, but you got a point about a handful of things.
Yeah.
Don't you hate that when you're like, I don't like you, I don't want to like you, but you're right.
Exactly. Exactly.
But I don't like you taking away his bend. And
it's very, it's so violent, and it's so. Imagine that if you have this thing and then this person not only takes it from you, but does it in front of everyone and uses you.
So embarrassing.
Yeah.
So he got
It's
embarrassed
just like
to all the embarrassed. It's so embarrassing.
Yeah, especially to someone with a huge ego. Like that's all he had.
That's
he
what
had
you
his
get.
ego, which was attached to his bending, and now he doesn't have his bending. So who is he? What is he? Well, who is he? That's identity crisis 101.
Well, we live in Hollywood.
That's a good point. It's a good point. Maybe it's hitting too close to home for us.
Many have fallen and asked who they are.
Who close to home? Let's talk about who had the most valuable bending in the episode.
All right.
I know where my vote's going.
And tonight's most valuable bender is...
I can still fight!
Gotta be Lin Beifong saving Korra, right?
Yes.
Hello.
Yeah,
Lin Beifong saving Korra feels like a no-brainer. I have no
100%.
notes.
There you go.
I have no notes. Does anyone want to argue with us?
There's no argument. We
there's
just
no
saw it.
arguing.
We just saw it. We witnessed it.
There's no argument.
Live. It was great.
But a lot of
Yes.
non-bending goes on in this episode too. That's also very valuable. I'm gonna go in. I'm anteing up for the
Yes.
game of who had the best non-bending. I'm gonna vote for Pabu, the fire
Yes.
ferret, who chews through
True.
the ropes.
It took him a while.
because
yes.
the fire ferrets have been wrapped up and are
What are
getting
we
electrocuted in this water.
I know.
And
The
Pabu
water
the fire ferret.
electrocution's
And,
not
and by the
cool.
way, Bolin and Pabu could talk to each other.
It's okay, Pabu. Just a little explosion. Keep chewing. You're almost through it.
He could communicate through a series of chitters and chirps. Apparently, this is
people
not
can
something
talk
we
to
knew.
What are the
animals.
chitties?
The chitties and chirps.
chirps.
It's like he's like. It's
Like,
so.
shoot through this
It's
rope.
very funny and it very unexpected. You're like, wait, has he been able to communicate with this little guy this whole time? What's happening?
That's
He
cute.
chews through the
He
little
chews
ropes
through the
and
rope.
gets them free. Did I just hear you say it takes him a while? How dare you?
No, it does take a while.
It's gonna take a while. I challenge you to choose through some ropes with your teeth. Can you
like
do
a Pabu. But he was like got distracted. You know what I'm saying? And came back to it.
Step back for a second, Pablo. This is just between you and me.
Boo. Focus. I know now. I know the father I'm gonna be to my son. Focus. Don't be getting distracted when you're drinking the bottle. Drink the bottle. Don't be looking all over the room doing other stuff.
Yeah.
Drink that box like other stuff to do. Finish this bottle.
Yeah. So I'm voting for Pabu. Does anyone want to argue anything else?
I like Pabu. I mean,
there's some bad. I mean, people. Non-bending stuff happens that's
don't like to root for
very
them.
valuable if you want to look at it that way.
Amon did a lot of very effective.
He manipulated everybody into making the
Great
game happen
strategy.
so he could do all of that. But I don't want to give it up for Amon.
And then he took away Tahno's powers.
Yeah, I can't do it. You guys, are you with me?
I like Pabu.
We're going for Pabu.
I'm gonna go with Pabu, non-bending. Every now you give. This is 2 episodes in a row that we're giving it to animals.
I'm down.
Yay, animals!
Yay, animals.
It's less complicated with animals.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They're sweet.
What do you think is going to happen
Oh.
in the next episode that we're going to watch? The episode is called The Aftermath.
My prediction is you can't really tell the future.
That is a good question. The aftermath.
I'd love to hear what your thoughts are.
Number 1, I'm doubling down. Asami is going to find out about Korra and break up with Mako. It's too much. You can't kiss.
You can't
when you're dating someone, you can't kiss someone behind someone's back. That's not cool.
Was she forced?
No, Korra
initiated.
kissed him.
Oh.
But
what?
We got in a fight about it last week a little bit.
I'm doubling down. Asami's going to find out. Number 2, Lin Beifong and Korra become friends.
I hope so.
Oh.
I love those two. Hope so.
Also, number 3, we find out that Turlock, the waterbender in the council, is an Amon plant.
An Amon plant?
Yes, an Amon plant. We find out
Turlock,
Turlock, the waterbender in the council.
He's connected to Amon.
I'm like, this dude is an Amon plant. Because he's too, I was feeling like when he was in the council meeting, I think he can be an Amon plant. Like, he wants
Interesting.
to,
He's collaborating with and perhaps reporting to
because he's
Amon.
flipped too quick to be like, yeah, you're right.
Interesting.
And he was like setting up Lin Beifong, like, you're gonna guarantee that this is gonna be ABC.
Yeah. That's a good prediction.
I don't trust Turlock and those 3
I think it's
ponytails
Tarlock,
yet.
but that's fine.
Whatever his name is. You said Tarlock or Turlock?
I said Tarlock. You've turned him into a hybrid animal, and the hybrid animal is a turtle and a lock.
It's a warlock, because he's like a warlock Turlock. But his name is Tarlock?
Tarlock.
And what am I saying?
Turlock.
They're close.
And Tarlock, by the way, if we haven't said it, and I hope we have, is voiced by D. Bradley Baker, who also does all of the animal voices.
Who's also a very nice guy. Why are all these nice people playing crazy characters?
So good.
Because we know how to do it.
And it's fun.
Yeah,
it's
very
fun. The
fun.
simple answer is it's fun.
I don't trust Tarlock.
Oh.
Did I say his
I
name?
don't blame you, and I'm very appreciative of that prediction.
He's a plant.
It's a good prediction.
Possibly.
We're gonna see, and I don't know how long it's gonna take for us to find out whether you're right or wrong, but maybe in this next episode, could be. Mindy Sterling.
Yes.
Thank you so
Thank
much
you for joining us.
You know we're gonna drag you back. I hope you
Please.
know that.
Oh my God!
Okay.
I know because I'm learning so much.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's
And
why we do
I am
this.
in awe of looking back and seeing everything
crazy.
being put together. I mean, remember, I didn't watch these.
Yeah.
I did my thing and
Yep.
out. And now I'm like, oh my, and it's like I feel like, oh, I'm with
Yes.
people that can tell me what's going on.
Believe me, the people that have been listening to this podcast know that I was exactly where you were when we started the first series. So, welcome to the fold.
Oh no, thank you so much.
you're
What
in.
a lovely, what a nice group of people to hang out with for a little while.
Is there anything that you want people to know about, or like follow you on social media, or anything they should check out, anything like that?
Just leave me alone.
Just leave.
No,
Leave Mindy alone, you guys.
No,
You've heard it here.
Leave her alone.
I am doing podcast, not podcasts. We're doing Comic-Cons. There's definitely stuff. If you follow me on Instagram,
What's your handle on Instagram?
It's Mindy MINDY Stir STER.
Mindy Stir.
Mindy Stir.
Mindy
Like
Stir.
I don't finish Sterling.
Yeah.
So it's Mindy Stir.
She's too busy. She's got places to be.
She's just stirring things up.
doesn't have
That's what
time.
she's doing.
But it's So yeah. And what are you doing? Are you?
Oh,
Besides this,
I think being out at the cons is probably one of the biggest things because we're doing this. Yeah, so hopefully we'll all be.
I
in
hope
the
they
same
get
place
to
at the same
see.
time.
I know. Yeah,
I know.
I'd like to see you again.
We'll have dinner or drinks somewhere around the world somewhere.
Yeah. That'd be nice. But thank you so much for letting me be
Oh my
here.
gosh, we'll see you soon.
See you guys next week. Dive deeper into the world of Avatar with more of our award-winning podcasts.
Avatar: Braving the Elements is available right here on the Avatar Legends YouTube channel or wherever you get your podcasts.
And catch more Avatar: The Last Airbender and The Legend of Korra on Paramount+.
That's the stuff! You are my hero!